What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Great Talks Wrestling. You're all keeping well and you're ready for another retro review. It's time to go back to 1993 and talk about Halloween Havoc 1993. And in my opinion, WCW at this time are killing it. Leagues better than what the WWF are doing. Halloween Havoc 1993, let's have it right, was a very good show. Take away maybe the first match where you've got the Village People pretty much going up against Harlem Heat. And the Equalizer, Dan Sullivan, not impressed by him, but Harlem Heat at this time, Kole and Kane going by those names then. You may know them better as Booker T and Stevie Ray. At this time, Kole and Kane, you would have thought, would get the win over the Village People. The Village People. It was, what are their names again? Ice Train, Charlie Norris, and the Shockmaster. Yeah, how and why you're letting Harlem Heat lose a match to the Shockmaster. This time, last month, the last pay-per-view for WCW, Full Brawl, he was in the main event. Now he's curtain jerking already. What a fall from grace for this guy. Poor old Uncle Fred. Dead already. Curtain jerking, but still getting a win somehow over Harlem Heat. Who's making that decision? How can you not see that Harlem Heat? Look at them. Just look at them. They look like stars. How are they not already being put as in like main event stars, number one contenders for the tag team titles at the very least? What a joke. Who's running this company? You're having them losing to the Village People. But that was probably the worst match of this show, because then it gets really good. Paul Orndorff versus Ricky Steamboat was a really good match. It was just the finish was a bit dodge. Ricky Steamboat getting headbutted by the assassin outside. The assassin puts like a little steel plate in his mask and headbutts Ricky Steamboat from the back and knocks him out. And yeah, ref counts it out. But it was a very good match up until that point. Did enjoy it. What I did enjoy was a match I've never seen before. Two Brits colliding in WCW. The British Bulldog against Lord Steven Regal for the Television Championship. What a fucking match this is. This was outstanding. Bulldog early 90s was legitimately really, really good. One of the best around. And this was a fucking good match. Lord Steven Regal coming on the scene in the early 90s, killing it, man. Having some banger matches already. We saw him with Steamboat, here with Davey Boy. We just know he goes on to have really good matches throughout the 90s. One of the best wrestlers in the 90s, in my opinion. Underrated wrestlers in the 90s is Regal. Same for Davey Boy. It was a very good match, ended in a time limit draw. Wanted to see more, but that's the TV title. That's the beauty of the TV title. It always left you wanting more. The champion escapes. Regal escaped here. I was surprised he kicked out of the power slam. I will say that. I really enjoyed Dustin Rhodes versus Steve Austin. The problem is Steve Austin back again as a singles guy again. Now he's fighting for the United States Championship. Should be tag champ still with Brian Pillman. What the hell happened there, man? But this was a very good match. Steve Austin, whatever they give him, he always turns it into gold. Dustin Rhodes, phenomenal wrestler. These two in the ring were gold. Just pure brilliance, man. Was really, really good match. They put on a really good match here. Really enjoyed it, and I like the finish where Steve Austin thought he won. He goes to find the belt. Dustin Rhodes gets up, Schoolboy's in 1, 2, 3, and Steve finds a belt and just wails away on Dustin with the belt after the match, healing it up and walking away with a belt that wasn't even his. Yeah, good match, really enjoyed it. I even enjoyed the tag team title match with the Nasty Boys, Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Bagwell. I thought both styles of the tag teams really meshing well now, really working well together. Bagwell and Too Cold went into this match as the champs. The night previously they defeated and upset the Nasty Boys, and then the next night, this night, the Nasty Boys regained the titles, of course by cheating, as they always do. That's how Nasty Boys do things. But this was a good match. I'm really enjoying Bagwell and Scorpio as a team now. I think they're really, really good. Probably not going to see much more of them now after this. They'll probably split them up now. Now I've said that. But yeah, Nasty Boys actually had a good match. I actually enjoyed this one. I haven't seen a good match from them in a couple of years. Going back and watching over these shows. So this was actually one of their better matches. I enjoyed it. They won the match. And yeah, Missy Hyatt in their corner is actually working. I think she was much better than Jimmy Hart was for them. Much better fit, in my opinion. Teddy Long, on the other hand, with Bagwell and Scorpio, nah, didn't see the need for that. Why do they need a manager? I never seen the need why a babyface tag team needs a manager. It never really makes sense. Managers for me are more heels, and they should be more for heels than baby faces. Sting versus Sid, a very good match. Really good. Sting working from underneath is always good. Having to fight against the monster Sid, always good. Sid plays the monster brilliantly. Fantastic. So underrated. How he wasn't a world champion more times is criminal. How he wasn't on top more over the span of his career is criminal. This guy was phenomenal, and he should have been on top at this point, in my opinion, during the early 90s. It was just other people holding him back, in my opinion. And this was a very good match. Really enjoyed it. Sting winning with a roll-up was probably the only thing I didn't really like. Would like to have seen Sid get a win, maybe, over Sting. That would have been a good win for him, a big win for him. It could have elevated him a little bit more, pushed him back into the main event picture. Fucking good match with Rick Rude and Ric Flair again, man. Ends with a DQ, but yeah, again, a bagger of a match these two have had. Back to back now, some great matches, and this one was no different. And then we get the Texas Death Match. You ain't seeing these back very much in '93. You're really not. And these two absolutely beat the shit out of each other. Vader and Cactus Jack. They absolutely destroyed each other. Jack was brilliant in this match. Mick Foley was brilliant in this match. And I've never really seen this match before. Not really. And you don't realise how long Mick Foley had been putting his body on the line. The amount of hidings he'd taken. You've seen him been chucked off a cell, set on fire, put through tacks, put in through tables, teeth sticking out his nose, and lost an ear. And yeah, this guy, man, just his body just took an absolute hiding, and this was one of the worst ones in my opinion. Vader absolutely violated him in this match. Violated his body. Abused him for the majority, and rightfully won the match. Yeah, really enjoyed this whole show. This was probably, in my opinion, the best show of 1993. Halloween Havoc 1993, by far the best show, without a doubt, in 1993. WCW at this time, levels ahead of WWF and what they're doing. Yeah, they need to catch up quick. Next up will be Survivor Series, I do believe, in this retro review, going back and watching all these shows from the 90s, from the 80s, from the 90s. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it too. If you could, then like this video, and if you're liking everything that I do, then subscribe as well. Comment, share. There's more big things to come, coming down the pipeline very, very soon. It could be quite exciting. I'll let you know very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.